Hello everyone, welcome back to Into the Plot. In this video, we're going to deep dive into the new series Pluribus. This video contains spoilers, so make sure to watch the first 2 episodes before continuing. So what is happening? How it all started? A group of astronomers detect a strange microwave signal coming from about 600 light years away. When they analyze it, they realize it's actually Morse-coded information that translates into a biological sequence, an RNA code. They realize the message is made of 4 repeating tones or frequencies. Those 4 tones correspond to the 4 bases used in RNA: adenine, uracil, guanine, and cytosine. Every living thing on Earth is built using different combinations of these components. So the signal they receive isn't just random data. It's an encoded biological instruction written in the language of RNA. Since RNA is unstable, they use an enzyme to convert it into DNA. DNA holds the full set of the genetic instructions for an organism. RNA copies parts of those instructions and helps make proteins. They insert that DNA into lab rats using a viral vector, basically a harmless virus engineered to carry genetic material into cells. Then they monitor the rats to see what happens as this alien code begins expressing itself inside their biology. I think the aliens are not trying to collectively share the message all over the galaxy. It's a random discovery of a signal containing a biochemistry equation. It's just a set of instructions like a recipe or a chemical formula. I think it's not like a hive mind trying to replicate itself across the stars. Any replication or effect happens because humans are following the instructions, not because the signal is actively trying to share itself across the galaxy. The infected were driven to spread it and acted strategically on that. First, they started with the difficult parts where people are hard to reach, and after months, the mass airborne distribution that led to general outbreak. You may have the same question as me. Why didn't the lab worker hit the lockdown button immediately after seeing a colleague collapse from contamination? They had been stuck for months on an experiment that rarely worked, so when it suddenly did, it caught them off guard. It was late, progress had been minimal, and panic can make anyone freeze. Even with protocols in place, humans and organizations could fail to act in the moment when things go wrong. Helen and everyone else in the bar got infected from the chemtrails in the sky. But Helen died because of the head injury. We know that because of her raccoon eyes. The virus itself doesn't kill. People die because of the situation they are in when the infection hits. Let's talk about the joining. At first, it looked like a virus, a mysterious infection spreading across the world. But this isn't really a virus at all. It's the birth of something new, a global mind, where every human becomes a cell in a larger organism. The so-called virus is just a psychic glue, the wiring that connects everyone together. The virus only rewires the brain, linking billions into one shared consciousness. Most people are now part of that network. For now, this collective doesn't seem to have a clear purpose. They're not conquering or destroying anything. They are cleaning up the planet, releasing animals, ending industries, and building towards some kind of baseline communication. The hive mind runs like an ant colony, one body, one network. It's a perfect system, but also a fragile one. A single action, like Carol's mistake that wiped out 11 million people, ripples through the whole web instantly. It's absolute unity with absolute consequences. A lot of viewers are comparing the Pluribus hive mind to artificial intelligence. The way this collective processes information feels like a living algorithm. Every connected person acts like a neural node, feeding thoughts and experiences into a single shared system. They say it's giving AI vibes, a network built to solve problems but with no real emotions or autonomy. Each of the individuals interacts with the network differently, almost like separate users training a massive AI model through their experiences. Good lessons, bad lessons, everything in between. Let's talk about Zosha. Zosha's scenes in Morocco shows how far the hive mind has spread across countries and borders. The hive mind picked who looks most like woman version of the book cover Reban. In the airport scene, also someone prepares a wig and makeup to make her resemble Reban better. That's for choosing a look that others will recognize or feel connected to. As Zosha says, we thought you would like this individual best. What about the other people Carol met? How can they be so passive about the whole situation? They come from cultures that are deeply family-oriented, and they still see their loved ones as alive. Probably their infected family members try to act normal around them, either to keep them emotionally stable or as a quiet, strategic way to make them calm, until the hive can finally bring them in too. In the end, Carol's anger and the way she treats the infected make everyone leave her. It could be everybody else asked questions around them and learned enough to know they can't let themselves get too angry, unlike Carol. The concept behind Pluribus is deeply thought-provoking. At first, it almost feels beautiful, like the world finally reached some kind of peace. No greed, no hunger, no violence, just harmony. But when everyone becomes part of one big mind, individuality disappears. There is no you anymore, no real choice. The show keeps asking which is worse, the horror of being completely alone or the horror of no longer being yourself. They say they value all life, that they don't harm anyone and even animals, but they seem they don't care about others suffering. They have memories but no emotion tied to them, just this endless surface level happiness. Where do you think the story is heading? Is humanity being made calm and compliant for something bigger, maybe an invasion? Or will the virus itself start to glitch, showing that even a perfect system can fall apart? Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you like this breakdown, subscribe for more videos. See you in the next video.